We learned a lot of good facts about you, dude.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Some people don't think I'm a fish, but I am.
Dude, I know you're a fish.
I'm just upright, okay? I look like a horse.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Podcast Material. My name's Ethan.
And I'm Heathrow.
And we're back with another episode. Glad you're here with us. And we're going to just jump right into it.
Today's main topic on the episode is the little things. And I kind of just hit up Ethan and I was like, man, I think next week we should talk about the little things. Don't ask me questions. Just bring your little things and we're going to talk about them.
So yeah, when you brought it up to me, I was like a little confused at first. I was like, are we talking about actual tiny things, or are we talking about like the little things in life, the little joys? And
exactly.
It's kind of everything, right?
Yeah, totally. Whatever popped up in your mind when you talk about the little things. And one of the little things that I was thinking about is like this world of miniatures. It's basically like miniature arts and crafts. You can kind of think of like a dollhouse. It's almost like real life scenes, like a lot of food and buildings and dining tables, little scenes.
Yeah,
I've got a couple back here. So I was like, oh, that'd be kind of fun to like do a topic on like small objects. And then I was like, oh, but it could also apply to like small things in your life that you really enjoy doing, or, you know, just like little things that you appreciate or little things that frustrate you, like you said. But yeah, just kind of an open-ended topic. I was like, hell yeah, let's jump into that.
Nice. Yeah. One of my coworkers, actually, when you're talking about like miniature things, they have like a whole little like snack shelf of like a tiny Pringles can and like a tiny Nutri-Grain bar box and like a tiny little thing of like a couple of like really small little vegetables. So I was kind of thinking about that mini stuff too.
It's so funny and cute, and for me it like gets my imagination turning a little bit, where it's like, cool, I'm building this little miniature set, and I'm kind of thinking about almost the miniature person that would enjoy this miniature meal.
Sure.
You know, if somebody was standing there, it wouldn't be miniature to them. It would just be like, wow, you know, what a nice table. Or like, oh, that lemon is kind of oddly proportioned to the plate. Because the proportions sometimes are all wrong.
For sure. Yeah. But that's funny. I think about that a lot with like my kids' toys. Like he got a set of like play animals, and there's like an elephant and a monkey and a chicken and a thing, and they're all the same size.
Oh, jeez.
You know, and it's like, no, man.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to see that chicken.
Like,
you know?
Like, whoa, chicken, are you going to take out this elephant?
Exactly. Yeah. Like, that is not, those proportions, that ratio is off.
Right.
That is off. So, that's so funny.
Yeah. So it can be the same way with miniatures sometimes. What other facts can I give you about miniatures?
Miniatures are just little, small stuff?
Miniatures are little, small stuff, dude.
Nice.
If you like these episodes and you want to see this episode in the future, you know, leave a comment on the episode and we can continue episoding. Because this podcast is episodic.
It is episodic, yeah. Do we actually know the definition of episodic, though? Does that mean like it follows a plot? Because if that is the definition of episodic, we are not episodic.
No. I mean, we should... Now, do we need to look it up now? The definition of episode?
Yeah, we should probably look it up, and then we can get back to littles.
Do you want me to? Yeah.
No, I got it. An episodic show is characterized by having each episode as a self-contained story, meaning you can watch them in any order and understand the plot without needing to see the previous episodes.
Bro, we are by definition episodic.
Yeah, if we are anything, it's episodic. Sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to our episodic episode.
Definitely.
Oh, man. Oh, geez.
Got me slumped.
So, do you, in preparation for this episode, speaking of episodes, back to this one, did you make any of like a list of your favorite or your least favorite little things? Yeah,
totally. I made a list of, I just brainstormed some little things out. And do you want me to share my list first, or do you want to?
Well, what if we go? I mean, I made a top 5 and a bottom 5.
You have a bottom 5?
Yeah, I have a bottom 5 little things.
Okay, the 5 things you hate, the 5 littlest things you hate.
Littlest things I don't like. I felt like there were...
I didn't make my don't like list, but I guess I could make a don't like list.
Yeah, I just went top 5, bottom 5.
Okay.
Maybe
okay.
as I share
okay.
them, things will come up for you too. Should we start at the top and kind of go back and forth?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, cool. And then we can just have like Ethan's pessimistic corner, and I can talk about the things they don't like.
Yeah, and if I add anything to my list by then, yeah, for sure. I can
Okay, cool.
Too. yeah.
I was really excited to. This is one that I thought about kind of right away. I think one of my top favorite little things is a tardigrade or a water bear. And do you know about these things?
Dude, a tardigrade, yes.
Yeah, so it's they're also called water bears. They're these really cool little microscopic creatures. They can live for centuries. They can be frozen. Yeah. They could live in space.
They can live in space. I've heard they can live in space.
Yeah, they're super cool. They feed on other microscopic cells and organisms, and they look kind of like a little bear. I think they've got 6 legs or 8 legs maybe, and a long, kind of like a long tubular face. We can find a photo of it and share it out somehow. But
since
they're super cool.
Since this is our 10th episode, we're gonna add a photo here.
Okay.
So if you guys want to see the photo, if you're listening to this, go to our YouTube. Where else do we show this? But yeah, go to YouTube and watch it. We'll have a picture of the.
Yeah, or feel free to just go ahead and you can also Google. I've given you my permission to go ahead.
Episode 10, we're adding pictures. Let's go. Okay, sorry.
So tardigrades for sure. They're like super cute, and kind of like super.
Nice.
I don't know. They just feel like
they're like
kind of like supernatural, kind of. Yeah, yeah. So love a water bear. Love a water bear.
Nice tardigrade, dude. Sick.
Yeah.
Sick. Oh, you want to go back and forth?
Yeah.
Okay, my turn. Okay, since we're on like kind of like things, a little thing that I love little pickles, dude. Gherkins.
Ooh, yeah.
Cornichons, bro.
Nice. Would it be an episode of podcast material if we did not talk about pickles?
So, we got some little pickles here, some gherkins and vinegar.
Nice.
And I love these little pickles. They're so delicious. And then another little thing with this, dude, which is more of the enjoyable little thing, is this pickle jar has an apparatus inside of it where you can raise the pickles out of the jar a little bit so you can more easily grab them.
That is so smart. Wow. That's so smart.
So this is 2 little things in once, actually.
Yeah. A little like gherkin elevator.
A gherkin lifter.
That is pretty sweet. Yum.
So I think my number 1 got to be little pickles.
Little pickles? Nice. Solid. My next thing on my list is Nerds candy.
Ooh, so little, dude.
Little tiny things. I was trying to think of the small, like little things. So I was thinking about these little tiny pieces of candy called Nerds. They put them on ropes now. They put them on gummy clusters.
Oh, man.
I think Nerds gummy clusters are probably one of my favorite ways to enjoy Nerds. But I also really just enjoy them by themselves.
Oh, that's a really good one.
Yeah, they come in a little box with the 2 flavors. You pop them both open and just chug them down. So good.
Man, so classic, so good, so small. Yeah.
Nice. What's next on your list?
Dude, okay, next on my list, another twofer.
Ooh, okay.
Is coffee, I think. I mean, there's just everything about coffee. The smell of coffee, being in a coffee shop. A lot of my little things are kind of breakfast related, so this is one of them is coffee. I got an espresso machine recently, which is a game changer, and it's totally paid for itself already. Oh, if you're considering...
By not buying coffees.
Yeah, by not buying coffees. I would just make myself an iced coffee every day.
Yeah.
Oh, man. The grind, dude. The grind is so fine. All those little particles of coffee, those little teeny particles of coffee. If you think about each individual particle of coffee.
Especially it's like espresso grinds up extra small. Nice. So there's like coffee ritual, and then actually the ground up.
Dude, coffee, the ritual,
yeah,
and the physical coffee itself.
Nice.
Just the little things, you know?
It's the little things, you know? The next one I had was kind of like related to your coffee experience, but it's springtime here now officially, and we kind of had the first, when spring hits and it's really rainy, and then you get at least in the Pacific Northwest, it rains a bunch, and then it you get like a nice clear patch of days, and the rain kind of dries up, but there's still a little dew, and just the smell of spring, like the flowers are blooming. People are are like, ooh, maybe I'll barbecue outside. Things are just starting to smell really, really good outside. And so I had just the smell of spring, or the smell of the start of spring, is just a really nice little thing that can change your mood, you know. I love that smell of the like wet grass.
Man, the blossoms that we have are amazing too. Those cherry blossoms and all the fruit tree blossoms, the pear blossoms. I looked closely at a pear blossom. It's super, super pretty.
Yeah. You've got good access to that pear tree in your backyard.
I just put it right in my face. Quick moment to plug my TikTok, Heathrow's Garden.
Shout out,
dude. I have a lot of fun over there. If you guys aren't following Heathrow's Garden on TikTok, give me a follow.
It's fun. There's a good community over there.
Yeah. So yeah, let me show you my garden. Follow me there. Next on my list is something that is just like, it's breakfast related, like I said, but waking up on like a Sunday, or it doesn't even matter what day it is, but waking up on a day where I have like nothing to do with Kate, just hanging, and then we just decide like, what do we want to do for breakfast / the rest of the day, you know? Mm-hmm. Eternity. We could just stay in this breakfast for eternity, you know? So it's just like, you know, sometimes it's like pancakes, sometimes it's waffles, sometimes it's a Dutch baby. It's usually like a pancake, I guess. I just listed all pancakes.
Yeah.
What other pancakes can I list? A crepe. Let me get a few more here. Come on, there's got to be one more thing. You got something? Just give me one more.
One more pancake. I'm thinking about like the like Korean style pancake. They do like a scallion pancake. It's like scallions and potatoes. Latkes are technically pancakes.
Ooh, potato. Of course, potato.
Come on, man. Come on.
Ooh, God, I'm starving. Grab one more of these gherkins.
I like that most of your little things are breakfast, because you've said a couple times you like don't really eat breakfast. But I think that
that's why it's so special for me, dude.
Exactly, it's like a special moment.
It's little. My breakfast is typically little, also.
There you go. There's another little thing. Nice. So pancakes. Is it like the act of deciding? Like the little thing you're talking about enjoying is like the act of kind of like waking up and not having anywhere to be and being like, okay, kind of like let's take our time and drink our coffee and talk about what we want to do today.
Moment of just being like, cool.
Yeah. When your day is like a blank canvas and you're like, cool, what do we want to do today? Do we want to do anything? Do we want to just chill? Do we want to go for a little walk? Hell yeah.
What kind of pancake do we want to make?
Okay, my next little thing, I'm a big sushi fan. And so I put like salmon roe or like fish eggs. I love those little, you know, savory. They're like those little savory poppets, you know. They're so good on sushi, either as like a topping or if you just get the salmon roe, like a little salty umami. So good.
They're so good. What is the name of them? The smallest, like the salmon. There's like salmon roe, which are typically larger eggs, and then there's the small eggs.
It's not. I think it's usually flying fish.
It's on the tip of my tongue. What it's called?
Yeah, it's like it's not tobiko, but
I
don't think that's what it is. Maybe it is. What is tobiko?
Tobiko.
Nice. Hell
Fire.
Yeah.
Ding ding ding.
Hell yeah. Yeah, tobiko.
Wow, dude, you're so smart.
Hey man, I know my sushi. Guy. Love my sushi.
What a smart guy.
Yeah, that's high up there. I love that flavor.
God damn it! You
can eat that whole jar of pickles by the end of the episode.
It's just so little too. The jar itself is little.
It's a cute little jar.
It is the little episode.
Might as well eat this whole jar of pickles.
Dude, next on my list for little things. Hold on, dude. I can't believe you stole tardigrades from me. I googled that shit, bro.
Dude, I already knew what it was. I already knew about it.
It's hella small, dude.
Dude, I already knew that shit. You needed ChatGPT.
Dude, now I learned it.
You did.
I knew it at the same time as you.
You could have just come to this episode and learned about them, you know?
I guess so. If you guys are enjoying this episode, please be sure to leave us a comment. We would really appreciate it. It helps us reach more people. And also, I just realized we should be begging folks to leave us a rating too. Leave us a review on your favorite podcast app. It really helps us out, and we would love you forever.
Yeah, we would super appreciate that. Heath and I talk all the time about how grateful we are to just have like anybody listening to us. And so it's just really cool that folks are able to leave those comments, leave those likes. We've had folks share our podcast out. We've gotten some really good feedback from people that are close to us and people that we don't know, or we don't know in our personal lives. So we super appreciate it, and any way that you can support us, and thanks for being here.
Man, I had something that wasn't on my list that popped into my head. And now I forget. So maybe just tell me yours, and then I'll come back to mine.
Okay, I think that you can guess what my last thing on this list is. We've talked about it on the podcast before.
You think I can guess?
I think that you could guess. I think if I gave you 3 guesses, you could get it. But I think that you could get it with your first guess.
Let's see. Something little to you.
It's not a physical object.
Okay, he's giving me the hint of non-physical.
It's not a physical object.
Okay, something little. It's the little thing that Ethan
it's like
really
a
appreciates.
Yeah.
Something a small thing, right?
It's like it's a little thing, you know.
Okay.
The little things that would make me happy to see.
Why you gotta put me on the spot, like, dude?
I think you can guess.
I feel like this is my dude. This was my idea.
I don't feel like I'm taking it from you. I just feel like you can guess. I feel like you can guess.
You try to turn this around into a quiz.
Listen, man,
I'm down to be quizzed, but I feel like it needs to be like
it's just a quick guess. It's just a quick guess. Just a quick guess, dude. You can do it. It's something we've talked about on the episode. We talked about it for a long time. It was something that people were excited to hear about. Or people have a lot of opinions about this. I'm like giving this to you. I feel like I'm laying this out on a platter for you to get, you know?
Wait, but it's a little thing. It's like a little thing you appreciate?
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's not like it's the little things, you know? It's the little things in life that make us happy.
I'm drawing a blank, dude.
Okay, I'll tell you. A properly loaded dishwasher.
A properly loaded dishwasher. Stop.
It's full. Everything in the sink is in there.
Goodness, I did not realize it was that close to you. I didn't realize it was on your little things list.
Put that down, man.
Now I know. And then again, another graphic we need to add to this. We're just going to show a quick picture of a properly loaded dishwasher.
Mm-hmm. We talked about it in the roommates episode. We almost titled the roommates episode "Properly Loaded Dishwasher." Yeah, we got a graphic that you will either have just seen or are about to see.
Yes. Okay, dude. I know.
Yeah, hit me with
another little thing that I really, really appreciate, and it's can be little, doesn't have to be little physically, is a fresh grown vegetable like a tomato or a cucumber picked. Like you hear the snap, even like the cucumber. You take it off the vine, and then just crunch into it.
Oh man, like a homegrown vegetable, homegrown fruit.
Yeah, just snapped off the vine and just
so delicious.
Munched. And okay, I got a couple more things here. I'm just gonna ramble some little things.
Some honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions for the little things. I was gonna say water, right? Like I really appreciate like, running water.
Yeah,
is a little thing, and I was talking about Kate with this. Was like, yeah, like the little things, like running water, and how I'm thankful for that. And she was like, "Isn't that a big thing?" I was like, "Huh, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think running water is that a little thing or a big thing?"
I think that it's a big thing.
Yeah, it's huge.
I think it's a huge thing that we, as people that live in the part of society that we live in, has become a little thing.
Yeah, we've made it a little thing.
We take it for granted. It's always there. It's always around. We use it in our bathrooms. We use it in our kitchens. We use it in our gardens. It's just kind of a thing that we have unlimited, like quote unquote, unlimited access to.
Right.
But not everybody does. Probably most of the world doesn't have it as easily accessible as we do. And so to the world, it's a giant thing, and to us, it's little because it's like, oh yeah, okay, you know,
right.
I'll wash this vegetable, or I'll germ free, whatever, it's clean, it's potable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or just enjoy like a little bit longer of a shower and be like, oh yeah, the shower is really great.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, maybe you just relax outside the shower.
Yeah. Maybe take a real quick shower and then go like lay down. I don't know.
Yeah. Spritz yourself, maybe. Or no, it's still using water. Anyway.
Sure. But yeah. That's a great conversation.
Yes.
Man, that was the think part. That was the think part of this episode. Things that make us think. Oh man.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of those things that like little things that are big for other folks, and probably little things for other people that are big for us, you know?
Yeah, totally. Let's see here. I've got a couple more physically small things.
Let's hear them.
And then we can go to your corner of negativity. Ethan's corner.
I think you will agree. I think you'll agree with some of my bottoms.
Ethan's corner of pessimism.
Yeah.
What'd you call it? I like that you have a corner.
Yeah,
dude.
my pessimistic corner. The pessimistic place.
It's a segment now. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dude, have you heard about the tiniest book? I hope this is correct. ChatGPT, you never know.
The tiniest book?
Yeah, dude. Teeny Ted from Turnip Town is just 0.07 millimeters tall. It's a book you can read. It's like I think could be the world's smallest book.
I'm sorry, did you say from Turntown? Turnip Town. Teeny Ted.
Okay. From Turnip Town. It's the tiniest book. And there's a picture of it
so
on
small.
screen. But you can't But you can't see it because it's so small.
It's so small.
It's
actually always been there.
No, we just showed it and just went away, actually.
No, it's so small it's always been there.
Okay. All right.
You just didn't know, dude. So, uh-oh.
What, dude? What?
Dude,
What?
My internet.
No, bro.
Internet's doing stuff.
What is happening?
It says trying to reconnect. Make sure you have a stable internet connection. I mean, you've been glitching for probably the last, 5 minutes.
It's you, bro. It's you. I don't have any warning like that. You need your tech, bro. Your aversion to tech. Can you hear me and can you understand me? What happens if we hit pause? And we're back. Anyway, dude, we're talking about the little things, and this has been a joy.
It's true. This has been fun. Man.
Let's dive into your pessimistic corner. That's an excellent segue.
Oh, God.
Go.
The first one is obviously technology. I hate when tech doesn't work. When tech does not work the way it's supposed to, or do the thing that it almost always does, and then all of a sudden I try to use it and it does the exact opposite of what I want it to do. Whether it's like the internet or my phone has just decided to do something it shouldn't do.
Little. This does not sound little, dude.
This is a big fucking issue.
Hold on. Let's back off here. Let's get back on track.
Okay,
here.
tech is a different episode.
Jesus Christ. We're talking about little things.
Okay, little things.
Like a Lego, dude. Go ahead.
That's on my list. Stepping on Legos.
Step on a Lego, right? It's
not
little.
Good.
Step on it, hurts for a second. That's little.
Ugh. It's bad.
Okay, what else?
I hate it. Okay, the last three that I have on my bottom 5 are all like physical things.
Okay.
So like ticks or like little bugs. Ooh. Like thinking about little bugs that can like bury into your skin. Like, ugh, God, not into that. I've never had a tick, but I've like had friends that have gotten ticks, and I've watched people get like ticks pulled out of them.
Yeah, ticks.
Really
little
not
things.
Great.
Yeah, I don't like those, definitely. But
not into
you know
that.
what? You know what's interesting though? When I think about ticks and I think about other bugs, though, I think about them as food for like birds and like other animals, other little things. Like if you're a little thing, you could be food for another little thing.
That's good spin.
So it sort of takes the edge off a little bit. I think I still dislike them for sure.
No doubt. Ugh.
But they're food.
That's a good way to look at it. Like they're annoying or gross to us, but something else really needs that.
Right.
Needs that little thing.
It's a big thing for something else.
Yeah. Great point.
Thanks a lot. Not to diminish yours. I understand yours too.
No. I like the spin on it. I feel like I need you in this pessimistic corner to to twist it around on me.
Oh my God.
One of the other things on my list, they're kind of similar, I guess, but here in the Pacific Northwest, we get a lot of mold, a lot of black mold. If you're not keeping your space dry and warm, that black mold, really small little particles will get in there, will ruin stuff. So I've had a lot of really important like keepsakes ruined, because I lived in a like a pretty shitty housing situation. Lots of like old things from my childhood got black mold on them. We couldn't clean them off.
Dang.
We tried the ways we knew how, but it just wasn't working. So lost a bunch of really important stuff. We lived in the deck house that we've mentioned before was fully covered in black mold in some places. Black mold situations. Just there's not a lot you can do. You can.
Sorry to laugh. I kind of laughed, but
I mean,
wow.
Yeah.
Mold is little.
It's very little. It's a little evil thing. And it kind of goes with the other thing, which was just kind of germs in general.
Okay.
You know, like little germs make you sick. They're in everything. You can't see them.
Okay.
Little, yeah.
How do I spin that? Not sure how to spin that one.
Yeah, spin germs.
Spin germs.
I still remember the first episode of Bill Nye the Science Guy that I actually remember. Shout out Bill Nye. Was about germs. Ooh. And I was so scared. It scared me as like a 9-year-old or a 10-year-old watching it. I was like, oh no, the germs are everywhere. And I would like turn into a germaphobe for a couple of months there and got myself out of it. But definitely something I remember being pretty freaked out about before I really understood what germs were, and then learning about them all of a sudden.
You're like, yo,
germs are real. Sorry,
Tobin is up in this shit.
And that's my bottom.
Nice, dude. Thanks a lot for sharing your bottom with us.
Oh, sure. You got it. Share my bottom anytime.
And that has been Ethro.
Nice. Yeah, hell yeah. There's a new nickname for us.
And that has been Ethan's bottom. Thank you guys for listening. Well, we definitely don't want the little things conversation to get too big, so maybe I'll save it. I have a few more little things I could have added, but this will have to do it for you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, solid idea. The little things.
Thanks,
dude. The little things. This is great.
It's a lot of fun.
I wasn't sure at first. I was like, okay, I think we'll come in. Heath has a vision, so we'll go for it. And then it's very solid. Okay, this is a little fun random question that came to me from my friend Sammy. She asked me through Instagram. She asked me this question: what sea creature would you be?
Oh, what sea creature would you be? That's a good one. Thanks, Sammy. I like that.
Yeah. I was like, I feel like there's so many to choose from, you know?
Dang, yeah.
The first thing that pops in my mind is being like an orca. Like, I feel like they're so cool. They're super smart. They're very social. They're feared and loved.
Ooh, sure.
You know? They kind of like run the seas.
Dang, that's nice.
They're like hyper intelligent too. I think I'm a big orca fan.
Wow, nice, dude. Nice. Okay, I like that. You being orca, wow.
Yeah, that's not necessarily my like definitive choice, but it's like the first thing that comes to mind, and I feel like it's going to be a hard one for me to talk myself out of.
I was gonna say, should we like pull up a whole list of sea creatures and like kind of like break it down? But I like this idea. You know, whatever pops into your head first is a good way to do it too.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be definitive. The first thing that popped into my head when you said sea creature was actually seahorse.
Oh, nice.
Maybe because the word sea is in it. You're like sea creature, and I was like seahorse.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess there's other ones.
It just like triggered it, yeah.
Well,
sea star, sea anemone,
yeah.
Sea cucumber.
What else we got?
Sea urchin.
Nice, dude. Come on.
Sea
snail.
Sea slug. Sea
slug is maybe what I meant.
Actually, did you know that there are these sea slugs that I don't remember exactly what they're called, but they when they're first born, they're transparent.
Mm-hmm.
They're like totally transparent. They live in really warm waters. They eat a little bit of algae when they're first born, basically, and then that algae grows inside of them. And because they're transparent, the algae photosynthesize, and they just sustain themselves on the photosynthesis, on the glucose essentially that gets created by the algae photosynthesizing.
Yo,
isn't that insane?
That is insane.
Yeah, we'll pull up a picture and yeah, it's sick.
Wow, look at that picture. That thing looks so cool.
Yeah, it's wild, right?
All right, well, that's me. I'm changing my answer to that. That thing's cool.
It's super chill. I forgot all about that.
So yeah, I was thinking seahorse because I think the seahorse is also there's something interesting biologically about them, right?
The males give birth.
The males give birth. Let's pull up some info on seahorses.
Actually, I've seen a video of that, and it's crazy. They just kind of like shoot out.
Oh yeah, and then doesn't the male like also like do something else kind of different than normal?
I don't know.
Okay, hang on. Let's see what ChatGPT has to say about seahorses. There's about 46 known species. Give me something interesting, ChatGPT.
That's a lot of different kinds of seahorses.
Is that interesting?
I feel like that's a lot of seahorses.
Scientific genus hippocampus. What? Like the brain thing? I mean, seahorse monster in ancient Greek.
It does.
I guess. Dude, they range in size from 0.6 inches to 14 inches. That's a jumbo seahorse.
That's a huge seahorse.
Never seen a 14-inch seahorse.
That's huge.
Unique feature, they look like a miniature horse.
Thanks, ChatGPT.
I know, dude. ChatGPT. I wish it was better. It's just not.
I kind of like it being shitty.
It is really funny. Number 2, they're actually a fish, despite their odd shape. Seahorses are bony fish.
That makes sense.
They have gills and they swim upright. And they're terrible swimmers, dude. Slow ass swimmers.
They look like they're having a hard time.
The males get pregnancy. They do mating dances, dude.
Classic.
The upright swimming mating dance.
Yeah, who doesn't do that?
They can also change color, I guess. They're chameleons of sorts.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know about this.
Feels fake.
Their puppy skin helps them mimic coral or seaweed.
Oh, sure.
So that's kind of cool.
Some camouflage.
Anyway, I don't know why I wanted to be them, but
they're cool.
I feel like they're pretty cool.
I feel like it's a classic choice.
Yeah,
it's not like a bad.
Cool.
It's not like you just said like I want to be a fish.
Thanks, man. I want to be a fish. Let's see here. Let me give you some more seahorse facts. They're constant grazers, dude. They have no stomach. Food passes through them quickly, so they eat constantly.
They just got like mad IBS or what? Like what?
Dude.
Damn.
Up to 3,000 brine shrimp per day.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
dude. They use their long snouts to suck up their tiny prey like plankton and sea crustaceans.
This brine shrimp. Feasting.
Brine shrimp. All right, cool. I think that's it.
Nice. Okay, some seahorse facts. So are you choosing seahorse then? Is that your choice?
After all these facts, I guess.
I feel like you need to.
Yeah. All right, seahorse.
I feel like it would be like a betrayal to the seahorses if you choose anything else.
Like, ooh, after knowing all that.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, orcas.
Ugh, food flows right through you. Disgusting.
Nice, dude. Yeah, seahorse me.
Nice. I feel like I just had another one pop into my head. Like a jellyfish or something. Because
you're rude.
Because they don't have any brains,
rude,
dude. They just chill.
Do they?
They just float. Yeah, jellyfish don't have any brains. They just like fully just live their life. They just float around, and the food that comes to them.
But if
they can move, but they don't have like a brain.
But if you don't have a brain, like how do you have a consciousness? Are you conscious? Are you conscious?
I mean, like I feel like probably not, but I don't know. I don't know if they're technically classified as animals either, but I feel like that classifies as a sea creature.
Dang. Yeah,
but
I guess.
I do have a definitive answer.
Okay.
I think I want to be an octopus. I have a definitive answer, and I think...
Hold on.
Yeah.
Dang, you're going from like the brainless
jellyfish,
no brain whatsoever, no brain, no problem type deal. You're like, yeah, it's all good. I'm just flowing. I'm just part of the deal, dude. I'm just the cosmos, you know? I don't have any feelings, but I'm part of it, right? I can't tell I'm part of it, but I am.
But here I am.
To the other end of the spectrum, to the octopus, dude. Who's like, damn, what the fuck? I got 8 legs?
Yeah, hyper intelligent,
like
fully camouflaged, can change their color, their texture. Yeah, exactly. Dude, if you've learned anything by listening to this podcast, you know I'm a man of some contradictions. My opinions differ.
A man of many contradictions.
Yeah. So
hell yeah.
I'm standing by it, dude. I'm standing by octopus. I feel like that is the animal.
Okay.
the animal I would love to be. Just chill in a cove, eat some fish, change my shape. You know? Yeah. It's an easy choice for me. I just had to get there.
All right, let me pull up a quick list of sea creatures real quick, and I'll consider some options. Seahorse was the first one to pop into my mind, and let's see if anything else grabs my attention real quick.
Did you ever see any like when you were a kid? Did you ever like have a picture book with like some sea animals in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you want me to use my memory, bro?
I mean, I'm just like, you don't need to go on the internet to look up sea animals. You know,
I just want to get a.
You gotta know some, dude. You gotta know some.
I just want like an all-encompassing list, dude.
We're gonna be here for 4 days while you read the list of sea animals. You're gonna go through them like alphabetically.
No, brothers. I just want to know of some. What about the blue tang, dude?
Is that fish?
Blue tang. You see?
I don't think you want to be a blue tang.
I could be a blue tang now. I just be like, yo, maybe I'm a blue tang.
What about the anglerfish? Do you want to be an anglerfish?
Now the anglerfish is interesting because is the anglerfish fishing?
Kind of.
Because it's an angler. Like we call people who fish anglers.
Yeah, it kind of like baits. It's got a little bait, you know.
Angles them. All right. Well, yeah. Well, here I feel like I need to recall something from memory now, just to be like. To make it official.
Yeah. Like, prove to me you know fish.
List, like you're calling out my like education.
I'm just worried, man. Like,
no.
You know, you don't need to rely on Google for sea animals.
Well,
I mean, you can if you really need to.
Well,
I think you should. But
let me think of some animals that I've seen in real life. Then, how about that? Like a barracuda.
Okay, yeah.
A barracuda would be neat. I've seen a barracuda.
Yeah, dude, I've seen one too. They're scary.
They're scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be scary, maybe.
Okay.
I think I'm going to end up coming back to seahorse. Oh man, there's also stingray.
Well, yeah, dude, super cool.
Super cool.
Murderers, though.
Murdered
Steve Irwin,
dude. You know what? I don't think we should blame the stingray. I don't think the stingray should get a bad rap. Steve Irwin wouldn't want this. You know?
That's true.
Steve Irwin,
that's true.
Steve, you know.
Yeah, good call.
He knew the risk.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It was also probably pretty quick.
I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't think it's like a sudden death.
Oh, never mind.
I don't think it's like getting stabbed by a sharp.
Let me retract that.
Like venomous. I think they have like venom in them.
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh, you're right. Dang, maybe it wasn't that quick. Might have been slow and painful, actually. Hey, you guys, editor Heathrow here real quick, and we had some technical difficulties again this episode, so we have an abrupt pause here real quick, but I want to just take a second and thank you guys for listening so much. If you want to see this podcast keep getting better and better, you can leave us a comment. You can let us know how you're liking the podcast. Also, leave us a review wherever you listen to your podcast. That helps us a lot too. And yeah, we just really thank you so much for listening and enjoying the show, and we hope you like it. So we're going to jump in. Ethan's going to rage a little bit about his technical difficulties, and we'll keep going with this podcast.
I'm going to, surprise, my technical aversion is not just an aversion. Tech just hates me. I feel like even if I bought the newest computer that existed, it would still not work the way I wanted it to.
You're wrong.
Dude.
You're wrong, dude.
I want to prove it to you. I want to prove it to you.
I want to prove it to you, dude. Listen, this feels like a big thing. We shouldn't talk about this right now.
Fair. I just hate this kind of shit so much.
Oh my god, he's enraged, everyone.
Dude. Technology brings the worst out in me.
The last portion of this episode is going to be rage-filled, and we hope you guys don't mind. This guy's seething. This is Ethan seething right now.
Just hate it.
Go ahead, dude. Just seethe away.
No, man, no.
Come on. Let it out. Seethe to your heart's content.
No.
No, he seethes.
Yes. Okay, chill. Great, everything's fine. Okay, I feel like we wrapped up our conversation about sea creatures.
Yeah, heck yeah. Sammy, thanks a lot. We appreciate your question.
Yeah, it's a good one. A lot of choices. You know, it's nice.
Yes, I'm a seahorse.
It was good. We learned a lot of good facts about you, dude.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Some people don't think I'm a fish, but I am.
Dude, I know you're a fish.
I'm just upright, okay? I look like a horse. Dude, I guess Dory is a blue tang.
Was that the kind of fish that Dory is?
Yeah.
Nice. Do you know what kind of fish Nemo is?
It's gotta be clown, yeah?
Yeah. Whew. Thought you were going for that keyboard.
Hell yeah, dude. All right, well.
But I have a question for you here now, Heath. If you could only eat rice, or if you could only eat noodles for the rest of your life, what would you choose?
Dude, this one's tough. Ooh, I just thought of a hack though. I just like a loophole, you know, a little bit.
What is it? What is it?
Okay, so first of all, shout out. This came from someone on our TikTok live. I can't quite remember who it was, but thank you for this question. Rice or noodles, right? But couldn't you have rice noodles?
Yeah. Yeah, you could.
So then the choice has to be rice. Because we're thinking like I guess we didn't really specify what kind of noodle.
Right. But wouldn't it be noodle?
So what kind of noodle?
Well, no, wouldn't the choice, if you wanted rice noodles, you would still choose noodles.
Oh, I see.
Or at least that's how I'm thinking about it. Because if you choose rice, then the only kind of noodles you're having are rice noodles.
Oh, interesting.
Right? But if you choose noodles, then it's everything that's made into a noodle.
Wait a second. I think I'm confused on the question now.
So would you rather eat rice for the rest of your life? And you can't have noodles, unless maybe they're rice noodles.
Wait.
Or would you rather have noodles for the rest of your life and no rice? But maybe rice noodles. Maybe rice noodles is in both.
I think this question is breaking down.
Because I have a clear understanding of what's happening here.
But no. Okay, but because you can also rice something, so something can be riced. So are we talking?
What do you mean? What's
like? You can actually rice potatoes, and you can rice things to make it really small.
Oh, okay. So like shredding them, grinding them up real small.
Yeah, kind of. You make it into rice essentially.
But that's
just
not,
like you make rice into noodles. You can make noodles into rice.
But that's not rice.
So then all of a sudden, it's like this question. It's like this question can't be answered. It's like a snake eating itself.
Okay. Hold on.
The way that you're asking it.
Okay, sure. So I think rice noodles count as a noodle and not as rice. So in this question, rice pertains specifically to the grain.
Okay.
Of a rice plant.
Okay.
Noodles are any kind of noodle. Anything that can be made into a noodle. Because like rice flour is what you would use to make
a rice noodle.
A rice noodle. But it is still like a noodleified thing.
Okay, so we're choosing between rice the grain or noodles of any type.
Of any type. Yeah. This has made it incredibly clear and easy for me. I'm choosing noodles.
But if you choose rice, you can still make noodles, though, correct?
No, I think we decided that you can't.
Okay.
I think we have to make that definitive. That well,
I guess I would.
I don't know anymore.
I guess I'll choose with you noodles as well.
I think it has to be noodles, right?
Yeah, noodles are so good, and rice can be frustrating sometimes.
Yeah. But there's a lot of, I don't want to discount rice overall, It's probably like the most eaten food over the world.
Rice is very, very good, yes.
Right. But there's something about noodles, I think, the variety of noodles.
Yeah, and the variety of texture.
Experience. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Wide noodles, skinny noodles,
I definitely
noodles.
Prefer
short
like
noodles.
An Asian style noodle.
Definitely.
Damn,
I'm starving.
That's a theme. That's a theme of this podcast is we get onto food and then you're like, shit, I'm hungry. Dude, did you eat all those gherkins?
Close, dude. I'm close. Dude, I swear I'm good. All right. I have a few more.
Nice.
We've had some technical difficulties also. So
we have.
I've had ample time to eat this.
Oh my God.
Well,
yeah, definitely prefer like a whether it's pho, which is rice noodles actually, typically like a vermicelli noodle.
Yeah, yum.
I feel like that's wrong. I feel like it's not vermicelli noodles in pho, but maybe it is. I don't know. I should know. I think it's different. I think it's different.
I think it is different.
I think it's just like a specific kind of rice noodle.
Maybe.
But there's some like hand pulled noodles that you can get from. like Asian restaurants, from Chinese restaurants specifically. So good. They're so like bouncy and
shit.
They
God,
love
I'm
that sauce.
starving, dude.
Man, I want some noodles.
Wow.
I had noodles for dinner actually. We had some penne.
Cool. So you made the right choice then with noodles.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, this has been a fantastic episode. Thank you so much for having these discussions with me. We've discussed the little things here and much more.
And much more. It's been a very silly one.
Hell yeah.
It's a good one. This is fun.
Dude, no doubt.
Well, feels like a good time to kind of wrap stuff up.
That's what I was doing, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry, didn't mean to steal your outro. Hey Heath, take us out, will ya?
We appreciate you all so much. Thank you guys for listening to podcast material, and
stick around and stay tuned.
Peace, y'all.
Peace. Bye.